Yeah, back again. Part 2. I've I've come to realise this is going to take longer than I expect, and probably you're hoping. But because I've seen people do collection videos in the past, and they've got way more games than I have, but they whittle through them, and they can do them in like sort of 2 or 3 videos. Maybe I'm just waffling on too much, talking them. But I don't know, I feel compelled to talk about every game. Maybe I shouldn't, but yeah. Right, here we go. This is case in point. Right, back to it. Resident Evil Survivor. Originally getting the G-Com pack of Time Crisis, I got it for Christmas. Actually, yeah, Christmas of the 2000s, in the millennium, yeah. So that's how old this is, pretty much. Resident Evil Survivor. I think it's really underrated. I think I can remember Ty Wayne talking about how this is his guilty pleasure. It's more than a guilty pleasure. It's alright. It's not too bad. I've not played it in a long time, so it probably hasn't aged well. But the key thing about this is it's a light gun game, but you can actually control your movements. It's not on the rails. I mean, what other games can do that? I mean, there are light gun games now that can't do that. I suppose the closest you can get is if you had something like Resident Evil 4. If you got that's pretty much a light gun game. If you get you can get a gun adapter for the Wii, and you can. It's pretty much a light gun game, isn't it? But no, I really enjoyed this. I can remember just sitting, I started it one afternoon, and I sat down and ploughed straight through it, and we were all due to go out, and all my mates had to sit around watching me play it until I completed it, because I was getting further than I'd ever got before. And it's got that same Resident Evil mechanic where you can't shoot and move at the same time, which sort of adds to it, because it's pretty much sort of like it's a first-person shooter, but it's a light gun game at the same time. There's a lot of variation, because you never play the same. There's lots of different routes you can take, and you never play the same game twice, because all the pickups you can get, all the little health and stuff, it varies, and so do the enemies. And so they vary quite weirdly, actually, because sometimes it's a lot more difficult than others, and I think that's the time I completed it, I must have got just an easy one, because I can remember picking up, just pure chance, picking up loads of acid rounds for my rocket launcher and stuff, and incendiary rounds for my rocket launcher, and lots of health. So when it came to the final battle, I was pretty well prepared, and I remember that taking fucking ages. Well, sorry for the language, but I remember it taking ages. But and all my mates sat around just getting really bored because they wanted to go out of the pub, but they had to wait for me. But like I said, I've not played it in a long time, but what I can remember playing it, and I remember really enjoying it. But I'm not positive it's aged well. I can't remember how much this. Well, obviously a long time ago. I can't remember how much I paid for it, but I've got no hesitation in recommending it. Now this is probably the game that, of all my PS1 games, I've probably played the most. It's Crash Team Racing. Again, because it's got this is 4 players, and I have my old multi-tap, and again we used to sit around playing it in when I was at university on our that same little 14-inch telly. So you've got the old, not like Wu-Tang Taste of Pain, where you've got it's all on the same screen. This is a split screen, so it's divided, a 14-inch screen divided 4 ways. To be honest, I like playing it because I'd had practice on it, so I could, I could beat my mates. But then the more they played it, the more they caught up, and then they obviously got better than I did. But initially I could beat them. But no, I've still got game saves of all my times. It's just really good fun. Obviously along the same lines as sort of Diddy Kong Racing or Mario Kart, or it seems that every mascot of a system has to have its own racing game, and it has that same Diddy Kong Racing hub and adventure. I don't think I've actually played through the story mode, but I've played individual races and I've got times and per track. But no, I highly recommend that Crash Team Racing. Right, here we go. You've seen all this already. Silent Hill 99p. I played a demo. Again, not got around to playing this yet. Apart from the demo that I have played in the past. You might well notice that, like, again, I've not by all means played all of my games because of the, like I said, the sheer nature of the RPGs, that they take a time, like a massive time investment. So a few, not buying, a few I've not got around to playing, but I know the quality of this game, and some people might disagree with me, but I've heard it say this is, of being the original, it's the best in the series. But feel free to say otherwise, because everyone's got their own opinion. But again, having not played it, I haven't really got a position to say that. But I am, to be honest, looking forward to playing this. When I get an opportunity and a hankering to whack it in, I'll give it a go. But and also I need to clear up all the crap up there. But that was the 99p Silent Hill, self-explanatory. Again, Alundra. This is my spanking, just perfect copy of Alundra with all the extras. Again, if anybody knows anyone who needs an Alundra 2 manual on an Alundra 1 map, I've got spares. So, if any, give me a shout. Because Alundra comes with it comes with a little hint book as well. So it's basically, this is really heavy. It's chock full of extra stuff. But I think at the time, Psygnosis, at the time it was developers, it's almost like a response to the original Zelda, the SNES version Zelda. It's a Link to the Past, isn't it? And it's tough as nails. It's hard as nails. And that's why you get a little hint book with it, because it's rock hard. I think the sequel is, they moved into 3D. Because this is sprite based, I think. But again, looking forward to playing that. Vagrant Story. This is since I got this is a purchase since I got my PS2. My PS2 was a few years ago, about 2006-07. I wrote up a list of all the RPGs, and this was on it. But I went onto eBay and studied all the auctions of all the games I was after, and kept a tally, noted down the final price, and then I don't know, I must have got sort of variation. I think certain games like Final Fantasy 9, I must have noted down about sort of 30 or 40 different auctions and took an average of that. And this is one of the ones that had that treatment. But it's sort of a nice action RPG, sort of unique combat system. And I'm sorry to say, this is another one I've not got around to trying, but I do tend to. I know I'm going to like them, so I have no problem with sort of buying them. And obviously, I mean, you can do your research and stuff. You're going to like it, but you watch gameplay vids and stuff. But Vagrant Story, can't remember how much that cost, but it's a Squaresoft, not a Square Enix game, Squaresoft, and looks beautiful, and it's a nice variation on the RPG norm, Nice rarity here, Legend of Legaia. Got a nice sort of, it's combo. It's turn-based, but has a combo combat system where you input moves and then it performs a sort It's a sort of martial arts combat, but still that RPG, putting the moves. Yeah, rarity. This cost a little bit. Sorry to say, but yeah, really nice game. Underrated, or maybe not underrated, but not enough people know of it. I'll say underrated, so I don't, yeah. Right. Again, over 10 minutes, and I'll cut it off there.